Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me today for Natural Living. I'm Cassie Jones, and I'm really excited to talk about different types of diffusers today. Okay, so we're going to talk about two different types. We have just a diffuser here that's using water, and then we're also going to talk about reed diffusers. And these are all using essential oils. Okay, so I'm the type of person I really love a good fragrance in my house. The problem that I ran into when I decided to start using more natural products was a lot of the fragrance and products that you buy at the store, they're synthetic. So they're really toxic and it's man-made. It's not really natural products. And so I wanted to kind of switch that. And so that meant I had to give up a lot of the candles that I really, really love. Again, because that fragrance was more toxic. Okay, so you can buy natural products out there. You can buy natural candles. You can buy other natural, scents. But I just ran into it being a little bit harder to find. So I switched to diffusers, and I have to say, I really am a big fan. I love it. All right, so we're going to talk about two different kinds. We have this is just a little diffuser, nothing special at all. This is the only one I have right now. You just fill it up with water and then you add some essential oils. And we'll go into detail more, like specific details about amounts here in a second. But first, I want to tell you why I just have this one little guy. If you look online, if you look in stores, they have all kinds of really beautiful essential oil diffusers out there. And you just kind of plug it in, fill it up with water, you add your drops, and it'll, I'll show you about that. All right, this one's nice. Let's see, let's turn it there so you can see. It has a little bit of color here, and then the water is the steam essentially is what's going to happen. It's just going to come up, has that essential oil in there. It smells great. The reason I had to stop using it was because I have a cat. And a lot of essential oils are toxic to cats. There's actually a very small, very short list of essential oils that are safe for cats. And because this is being dispersed up in the air, that's where the cat can kind of come in contact more easily than reed diffusers, which we'll talk about in a second. So I really only have one, and I use this in my office at work. So this is not even in my home anymore. But this was really inexpensive. I think I got this for probably less than 20 a while ago, like a couple years ago actually. And you just plug it in, and like I said, I'm going to unplug it here so I can show you. And then we'll turn it back on in a minute. The top comes off, you'll fill up your water, and then you're going to add in drops of whatever essential oils you want. All right, you can do a single essential oil, you can do blends that are already made, you can mix up your own. Every once in a while on a Wednesday tip, I'll give you fun little diffuser blends that you should try out for different goals if you're wanting to be focused or have some mental clarity, or you just want a really nice relaxing scent, right? You can find all kinds of things out there on, Pinterest or Google, just different things to try, right? So you'll just take it in and then you drop in your drops, okay? So a good blend ratio essential oil ratio is going to really be based off of the size of your diffuser. Okay, so because you can buy so many different sizes, this is a really small one again because this is meant to kind of plug in to specifically to a workspace, so it's smaller. But really, it's about 100 milliliters would be 3 to 5 drops. We have 200 milliliters, 6 to 10, and so on. When you go and you buy your diffuser, it'll typically tell you how many drops of essential oil should be added based off of the size. Okay, so all I did was I bought this for about $20, and then I just keep on filling it up with water, and I can change out my scents each time that I dump the water and add new. Okay, so this is a really great way. You can use it year round. You can use it based off of your mood. Whereas if you buy a candle, you spend however much money on your candle, and then you are stuck with that scent until you're done with it. Not so with this. Really love it. Cost effective. Pay attention though if you have, you know, cats, specifically cats, or if you have children, um, look up the safety of the essential oils and then go from there about when and where to use this. Okay, I love it. I'm all for it. Again, I only have one now. It's not even super pretty just because I have a cat. And my kid, I guess, he thinks that he's pretty great, so we should keep that. All right, so this is not the kind I use in my house. I use reed diffusers in my house. These are not going to be as strong of a scent as these essential oils will give you. This essential oil diffuser will give you. Okay, so reed diffusers. I have this cute little bottle here. It has our oil in here, and then it even has like little pebbles. I don't know if you can really see that very well, but super cute, right? This I bought. Actually, I don't think I bought this. I think that this was gifted to me. I love the bottle, but this was gifted to me, and it came with its own oil blend. The oils were not like if I did a little bit more digging on the oil that was provided with this, and it was not a natural fragrance. All right, so this is why I don't use it now. I tried to like dump it out and clean it, and it didn't work. I didn't really feel like I got rid of all of the scent, so I'm actually going to get rid of this, but I thought I would show you really the best type of a container you can use. I have here, you can see, I just have like a mason jar with some oil in there. We'll talk about that in a second, but really the best kind of a container that you can use is something like this. So it's wide at the bottom and then it gets narrow up here at the top. That way we can drop in our reeds, and then what is going to happen is they'll gather there at the top, and then it looks prettier. Okay, so this type of a container is the best. If you don't have one though, this will work just fine. Okay, so I have just a mason jar here with some oil, carrier oil, and for reeds, it's really the two best that I have researched and I personally have found to work are almond oil, have some here, and sunflower oil. The reason why these are so great is because of the reeds. What's going to happen is we're going to drop them in here, and I'll go ahead and actually do this. So we're going to drop them in, and the oil is just going to kind of absorb into the reed. And when it absorbs, it's going to come all the way up, and then that's how you're going to get your scent. All right. So the reason the almond oil and the sunflower oil is so great is because of the consistency that it has when traveling and kind of absorbing into the reeds. Okay. So those are the two that I have tried. If you have other carrier oils and you don't really want to go out and buy any like coconut oil or even olive oil, try something that doesn't really have a scent itself, and you can try and you can see how it works, right? I am all for doing a little bit of trial and error, right, without spending some extra money. So, and here I have some almond oil, and typically the ratio is about a fourth of a cup of the carrier oil, and then you want 25 to 30 drops of an essential oil. Okay, so again with these, you can do a blend of oils. You can do one singular oil. You can even base this, the oils that you pick based off of where you're going to place this. So I really like these next to my bed, like right on my nightstand. And so I like to do really relaxing scents. So I like lavender and even kind of orange, which orange is a little bit more energizing, but I still just like that combination. You could do, say, your 'tis the season, right? Sickness, unfortunately. But even if you have congestion, you could even do some eucalyptus in here, some peppermint to kind of open up the sinuses just while you're laying there in bed, right? Sleeping. All right. Um, so you can play around with those blends as well. That's why I think that this is so fun. Again, I already talked about that a little bit with this, but you're stuck with the scent that you buy when you have something like a candle. But with these, you can really replace it quickly. This I do like to use up, but even still, if the scent just gets old or I really want to try something new, I can make it really quickly, right? Just grab another jar, grab a little bit more oil, carrier oil, and then my essential oils, or I can again use it up, and it's not that it doesn't cost that much. Again, I'm all for that. Last thing I want to point out about the reeds, you can buy these. I think I bought a large pack of these on Amazon. I should have looked it up. I honestly don't know, but it's not going to cost that much money. Here, these are all set up and down. I don't know how well you can see this either. I have a shorter one, and then these two are longer. I have different colors. I don't really think that it's that big of a deal. Again, I just kind of go for whatever is cheapest that I can find at that time. And they're just wooden reeds. Okay, so this was $20 or less. All right. And then I have my essential oils that I'm using for a lot of other things, so not just for this. And then I have about $13, maybe 14 of either of a carrier oil. So I have almond oil or sunflower oil, and then my reeds, which is like a huge pack for 10 or less. Guys, this is not breaking the bank at all. I'm getting a lot of use out of this. This, I'm just filling up with water, adding my essential oils. This, I have my carrier oil. This is so cost effective, it's not even funny. Again, remember this one is not going to be as strong as this. You can have these placed in different areas in your house. You can have different scents in all of them. You can have all, oops, making a mess. That is one thing about these. Okay, pause. Yes, made a mess right here. I got my oil. My son knocked over one of these, shattered the glass. Oil went everywhere. This is messy. This water can spill, right? And then water, and then this is electric, right? I plugged it in, and then I have this plugged into the wall. I'll turn it back on. So this could be also a little bit more dangerous, but this is a lot cleaner than this. So if you have kids, if you're putting it around, even animals, this one could be a messy choice. So keep that in mind. This one, I've talked about cats over here. Cats aren't going to be as big of an issue here. Because there's less of a contact, okay? So this is blowing the steam with that essential oil in it. If my cat walks by it, that steam could kind of come down on him. That's where there's a problem. Over here, nothing's getting on him unless, again, it's knocked over and he traipses through or, like, puts a paw or nose in, which he would not do. My cat clearly would not do. But that's why I have these at my house, okay? So do your research. I'm babbling a lot. I really love these. They're fun. You can change them out. Not expensive. Try it. Just see what you think. All right. If you want to get fancy with a fun little bottle, do it. If you just want to save some money and try it with what you have at home, do that too. Okay. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there are any blends out there that you really are loving. If you already have a diffuser at home of any sort, let me know what you're doing. I'm always interested in trying something new. I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, and staying healthy. I'll see you again in a couple weeks.